Okay, welcome back. So now here what you're looking at is the mastermind group. Okay, it's actually a forum, a discussion forum where you can just get in communication with other people in the organization and put your minds together. There's this concept of the mastermind. Okay, and without a big long tutorial, it kind of goes. The idea is when you get uh, two or more people together. Um, if you want to call it brainstorming or just exchanging ideas, it creates sort of a third mind, which produces solutions which would have never been arrived at unless that exchange of ideas between those people had occurred. And so that's really the intended purpose of the mastermind group and the idea behind masterminding. Anyway, so that's there for you, and you can actually log in there and create your own user and use that as a tool. That's a good place to learn stuff. Now, this is actually a premium resource. It is a paid resource, and it's a lead generator. It's actually a lead generator that I use personally, and it does work pretty well. Now, there are some changes that occurred to this just yesterday where they removed one of the features, and I'm not sure if this will be updated to reflect that. I'm sure it will be. But there's a little video there about it and how this tool works. So if you had sort of a marketing budget and you were looking to invest in something that would help you generate people to talk to, that's definitely one that I use, and it does work. This here is an extractor, and what we're on to now is premium tools that you can use, okay, because we covered the free stuff. And some of these are very inexpensive, but this is actually an extractor. Will pull contact information for people off of Craigslist, and then you can email or call those people, and you can do it by category. So you can have some idea, if you're talking to a business owner, for example. Here we get into phone broadcasting. There's a lot of these going on these days. If you have your phone number on the internet at all, you probably get calls from time to time. Recorded messages. It's like a smart calling system where you'll answer and it'll give you a recorded message, and then if you want more information, you can press 1. So that's what this is. Extremely cheap. It's actually about a penny per call. So you have the thing calling all day and cost you hardly anything at all. So that is actually part of the LeadNet Pro deal, or you could get a standalone phone broadcaster. But that's all really. This is just if you have a marketing budget and that's something you care to do. This is an emailer, which will actually just automatically email. You can import a list of email addresses that you have acquired using the Craigslist extractor, or the remember the other one we looked at earlier in the bonuses, right? This one, the email seeker. So if you've extracted thousands of emails based on keywords with the email seeker, you can then use the zip sender to email them out. You don't want to have to manually send out thousands of emails, right? Then we get in some other lead sources that have been tested. And really, this is all very dry information, but it just gives you the facts here about how these things work. And then, if you feel like just totally clumsy on the phone or uncomfortable talking to people, here is some phone scripts that actually will give you what to say in different situations. And the way that I would suggest, if this is something you want to do, the way that I would suggest using this is just kind of read through it, and then maybe come back the next day and read through it, and then every couple of days just kind of read through it and just kind of pick stuff up gradually. I mean, there's no need to memorize these things. They're just ideas. They're conceptual. They're not intended for you to read them word for word. It's just like you pick up ideas here and there. Because really, it's so light, like the business. It's just not that big a deal. It's not a serious thing. It's like you're just meeting people and talking to them. It's like there's no, as far as I'm concerned, I got decided I didn't want to take any abuse years and years ago. So, I mean, I just wouldn't even suggest spending time trying to convince anyone of anything. I contact people and I invite them, and that's pretty much it. And you do that with a lot of people, and the interested ones, they'll contact you. I mean, we talk to the people who are interested. Don't waste your time talking to people you got to beat up. That's the bad experience people have in network marketing. They were taught how to do it by some guy who'd been selling aluminum siding for 15 years or something, and the guy's just used to beating people to death to get them to buy. And it's like, it's really not what it's about. It's a fun game, and you're creating a social circle. And so you're just looking for people that you can enjoy being around, who want to play a game and you want to communicate with, right? So it's like, just don't make it that serious. It's just not. That's not how it is. That's not how the game is played. At least if you want to enjoy your life. Anyway, here you do get into handling some objections, and these are all pretty straightforward. You could just read through these, but I just want to kind of show you what all is in here. So there's a lot of material there, Then we get into social media networking. Now, I'm big on social media networking, and there's all kinds of different ways to use it, okay? And what's happened, I'll tell you, the current state of affairs of social marketing is that it's being abused and spammed by new network marketers who are unwilling or afraid to actually communicate with people. So this is just my viewpoint, okay? But my viewpoint is that if you just go around to 50 or 100 people's walls per day on Facebook and you post a pitch for something, that's really just spam. That's not communicating really anything to anyone, and maybe you do get a lead here and there. But if you just use the network, it's a social network. If you just socially network on the social network, you can meet so many people that your business will just grow. So just to put it in perspective, 10 years ago, if we went and knocked on doors, canvassing, we called it, you just went and knocked on doors. And you had to have like this gift of being able to communicate with people. Why? Well, because you can only knock on so many doors in an afternoon. It's like, okay, well, it's lunch. Well, after lunch, we got till whatever time. Let's knock on this many doors. I mean, there's only so much ground you can cover. And it works. Well, with the social media, you've got billions, not millions, billions of people there right in front of you to contact and say, hey, what's up? How's your mom and them? What business are you in? How's it going for you? Oh, that's interesting. And what do you do other than that? I mean, just get to know them, okay? So when it comes time for the next webinar, you've got 1,000 people to invite. That's the way I look at it for social networking. But it basically explains that to you here, like how do you sell on social media? You don't sell, okay? So it goes through a training here. And I've got it's not on this page, but just like for me personally, because there's a lot of stuff that you're not going to see in this video overview that I personally can provide you that are really phenomenal resources. And one of them is a webinar from one of the most successful social media marketers that there is, telling you how to do it. And the way that he does it is just about as close to how I've been able to do it successfully as I've ever seen anyone do. So I provide that webinar. If you want to watch that, you can do that. But if you join. But anyway, we get into pay-per-click advertising. If you don't know what that is, it's like when you go in a search engine and you search for something, there's like the ads right in the middle. Okay, I might as well just show you while we're here. And for those of you who are like already up to speed on all this stuff, it's like, just bear with me because I want to make sure everybody understands it. Okay. So here you search for that, and you'll see, these are organic. They call it organic results here. So like this is the page you're on right here, right? And then over here on the right, and over right here on the very top in the yellow, these are people pay for these. Okay. So you could pay for this advertising here and come out right on top. And the way that you do that is with something called pay-per-click. Pay-per-click marketing. Let's see, where did I go here? And so there's training on how to do that. And there's actually, if you want to invest a little in your own education, I'm looking at the report. That's the problem. a little in your own education. You can actually enroll in the pay-per-click mastery intensive course and really get a lot of insight on how to do that. But there is a webinar right here that you can view. It's really not that complicated. Then we get into video marketing and just everything you could ever want to know about video marketing. And again, I've got, it's all written out here, but I've got some really in-depth video tutorials that you can go through that are just, again, for me personally, they're not even on this site. Here's a list of all the different video sites. There's more sites than this, but you can submit your videos to all these sites. I mean, that's a lot of places to put your content. Like this video you're watching now. I'll take this video that you're watching right now, this one, and I'll submit it to 20 some video sites, and I'll link them all back to my MPB Today blog. So as people come across those videos, they want more information, they just click the link. So here he gives you a couple resources that you can use to automate those video submissions, okay? Then we get into article marketing, free places you can post articles, some of the higher page rank directories here to post articles, and then a list of press releases here, which I'll tell you a little bit about press releases. Press releases, if you know which press release directories, first of all, if you can write a press release, it's not that hard. They tell you how to do it right on the sites. If you know which ones to submit to, you could get tons and tons of exposure. Now, the thing is with the press releases, it's not a sales page, okay? It's just a piece of news. But there are a few press release directories that, this is just my own because I'm like an SEO guy, okay? I'm an SEO specialist, so this is just some stuff that I know. I'm just sharing with you from me to you. There's a small number of press release sites where within the body of your press release you could put anchor text links, anchor text of your keyword linking back to your site. And when you publish those, they get syndicated. So each one of them will literally get picked up and published on hundreds of other press release sites. So you could literally publish 15, 20 press releases and have them end up on several thousand different places, all with active links back to your site. That's like a hot insider piece of knowledge for you right there, man. I'll send you a bill for that one. Not really. But here's some insider tax secrets for the Home Business Pro there. This is so interesting, people look at, it's like the level of ignorance, and I don't say ignorance in a derogatory way. I just mean, lacking in knowledge. The level of ignorance out there is just astounding sometimes. I mean, quite frankly, like for a business like MPB, you got to look at it like this. So first of all, you put the 200 in. Worst case scenario, you get $200 worth of groceries delivered. Okay, you can eat it. But then you got to understand, just by filing a home business, you're getting so many more tax deductions. You're getting more additional tax deductions by having the home business than it costs you to join the opportunity. I mean, it doesn't even cost anything. You might as well just join, even if you did nothing, because then at least you could take the tax deductions. Well, I mean, you have to file a home business. I don't know if ethically you could do that if you did nothing with it, but I mean, the point is, the fact that anybody would ever have a price objection to it could only mean that they just literally do not have it, are incapable of handing it to you because it pays for itself. All right, now, so I'm going to end this segment right now, and we're going to move on to the next segment, and that'll be the last one for the training and resources, okay? Now, there is more beyond this, but, it's how many hours we want to spend going over this stuff, right? So I'll see you in the next one.